So I hear tell that there is a little comic book that is out. It is all the rage in your local LCSs. It is sold out in many stores across the land.
Yes,
it is. I'm that thrilled, fucking thrilled about.
If you go to DC Infinite right now, it's at the front page thing right now, because whenever they do like the Black History Month book or the LGBT Pride Month book, they throw that right on the front page. Like, hey, it's a special edition, so you guys can read it now instead of waiting a month later.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Birthday. Thanks. I have a love-hate relationship with DC, mostly hate, but also Marvel could catch it too. Just full disclosure.
I always tell people I'm a bad parent. I love both of my children equally, but I hate them equally as well.
Yeah. You've done great things, but you're also you're about one strike away from going to prison for a whole life sentence. Yeah. They have done something really nice for us, though. Us being the people of colors. We are going to be talking about the new history of the DC universe, the Dakota incident. So this is the collaborative anthology piece. Is that what we want to call it?
I think it's honestly just a great one shot that reintroduces the Milestone mythos into the DC universe, because ever since I would say 2011, they've been annexed from the DC continuity, because once the New 52 came out and they tried to give us a Static Shock book, specifically Static Shock because they called it Static Shock, and it bombed so hard it was canceled after 8 issues. They kind of just went, oh yeah, no, those guys, they're not here. They don't exist anymore. They don't go here no more. And then when the pandemic hit, they tried to give us Milestone Returns, which was Reginald Hudlin, Brandon Thomas, Dennis Cowan, a bunch of different creators like Vita Ayala, Nicholas Draper Ivy. Top tier. Not only do you have the founders of Milestone coming back, but you have brand new talent they had recruited from their Milestone initiative coming in to pen these brand new editions, sort of putting the Milestone characters into the modern age. And it got mixed reception and the sales weren't that great, so they kind of just said out with the bathwater, and now we're back to this.
Yeah. Was that the second? Oh my gosh! The reboot. Is it the second reboot?
Yeah, it was just one reboot.
One reboot. Okay. Well, yeah. The second.
This on the screen is the second reboot. In a manner of speaking.
Wait, it was 2011? God, oh my God, what was going on back then? Holy shit.
DC fully rebooted their universe for the first time, and it was really scary and stupid.
It was after the New 52?
Yeah, Static came out during the New 52. That was they launched 52 books and they all sucked, and it was complicated.
They tried to pull them. I feel did they try to pull a Marvel? Was it a Marvel?
No, because actually, DC did it first, because Marvel has never once rebooted. They've hinted that they wanted to, especially during Secret Wars back in 2015. But DC has been the one that have always soft rebooted their universe with things like Crisis on Infinite Earths or Infinite Crisis. But Flashpoint came out, and that was originally Flashpoint was just going to be a story, and then Danny Dio came in and was like, hey, can we reboot the whole universe? And then they didn't really think it out fully, so they kind of just said, all right, everybody's rebooted except for Hal Jordan and Bruce Wayne and their affiliate people. And I was like, huh?
That don't work, homie. That's not a reboot. That's a everybody but you.
It was complicated.
It was complicated. And you know what, for me, that was when I jumped back into comics, and I probably jumped back out.
Yeah, and it's complicated because the new 52, it cannot be argued that it was the greatest success story of DC's history, because it was the best financially. But when it comes to the internal issues, the misogyny issues, the lack of cohesion when it came to rebooting the universe, it was a constructual nightmare, but a financial success.
because you had people curious. Oh, and you know what? We'll get into that because I think what I'm about to say also ties into this a little bit too. It's the hope of good. It's the hope of great. You don't know when it's going to happen, but God forbid you miss that one fucking issue where it flips. And then you got to go back and buy all those goddamn find all those back issues. What was your first thought when you first read this book? I want to get into like a mini review.
So I read this last week when the leak happened because they originally had scheduled this book to come out last week, and they had to delay it by a week or something happened, but nobody told the DC Infinite staff, so they kind of just left it on autopilot. And I've been told that it was a whole accident. There was no malintent. Other people think differently, but I've been told from from behind the scenes, it was just somebody didn't press a button right, and it just was a mistake. And granted, it kind of like hit us in a big way because it ended up on the pirate sites and it's been out technically for a week.
Yeah.
But when I first read it, I very much was just like, it was a giant glaring revelation that we have failed Dwayne McDuffie, where it was like it was genuinely the writers of this book, Joseph Village, Stephanie Williams, Nicholas Draper-Ivey, and Morgan Hampton, all coming in and going, DC failed Milestone in the most glaring way. But if you're just enjoying the book, you don't get the subtext. But if you pay attention to what's going on, you can see that DC has fundamentally failed Milestone, and subsequently they used the audience as the scapegoat for it. And it is so glaring in your face to people who actually understand literature that you're just kind of like, how is, like, because like there were so many people in my Discord server or in my replies that were like, oh yeah, no, I love this, it's so good. And it's like, it's so good because these writers are so goddamn talented.
Yes.
If it weren't for them, you like if a worse writer would have ruined this. But you have the biggest guns you could have possibly asked for coming in and just like unloading the clip. And they're like, and it's so well done that like DC higher ups are probably not going to pay that much attention to it. But like the people who actually know and understand this are just like, damn, y'all got away with that,
baby. Because all right, okay. Here, my first take when I read this, and I read this in my comic book store. Shout out to Jay from Midtown Comics. I appreciate you, bro. He was looking at me like, I don't know. I don't know. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, girl? Just go ahead and read it. I'm like, I don't know if I can read it. And I'm like, I had to read it twice because I was like, I know you fucking lying. Wait a minute. What is
no, that's wild.
Like my first iteration was, let me preface this by saying I am very much new to the Milestone game. I have not read every single issue. I do not know all of the intricacies between Static, between Icon, between Rocket Hardware, the Blood Syndicate. I know of them. I've read a few of the books. The energy that I am getting from those books is not this book. It is not this book, decidedly. The word that immediately came to mind when I finished it, despite me being hopeful, was, why are all these was neutered. The word was neutered. There's no balls, there's no guts, there's no go for it. It's very much, like you said, it's throwing everything that we have at this particular problem, and oh shit, well, I guess, what the fuck? I mean, what are we gonna do? I guess we tried. Okay, bye. That is exactly what it felt like, and I'm like, this is not Milestone. This is not what I will say.
It's the best way I can phrase it is that it is Milestone. It's Milestone locked behind a jail cell, and the way I put it to Joseph Village when I was talking to him about this was, it reminds me of Hardware #1 from 1993. Where in the first few pages, there's this amazing quote where it is, I'm paraphrasing, but there's this whole thing about a bird cage because Curtis Metcalf had a bird a parrot or a bird when he was young, and he talks about how the bird keeps flying towards the window trying to get out, but he doesn't understand that it's clear glass. So the way he phrases it is, escapism is impossible until one perceives all barriers. And the issue is, we perceive all the barriers. It's that DC keeps shutting the door. And that's the best way that I can phrase this, is that and what was so telling was, like, Illage said not only privately to me, but on the Black Comic Lords last night, is that the meta text is there. And I was like,
yeah.
Ooh.
That part was extremely loud. Let's get into some. I'm going to try to get into some of these scenes. I'm trying not to spoil it too much, even though it's already on the internet for you to watch.
I mean, it's been 5 days. Well, it's been like 3-4 days. It's fine.
I mean, honestly, if you haven't read this in like 15 minutes, turn down your radio. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to everybody that is involved in this. I'm going to make this the centerpiece. I hope y'all can hear me. Good Lord. Joseph Illage, Valentine. Sorry, I can't even hold on. I don't think y'all could hear me, so I'm going to take that back. Joseph Illage, Stephanie Williams, Morgan Hampton, and of course now, in my opinion, he's always been, since he stepped on the scene, legendary Mr. Nicholas Draper Ivy. The fact that he ate, in my opinion, he ate up that first and the prelude and the epilogue. Ate no crumbs left behind, no notes.
All 4 of these amazing writers tore this up, because you have a legacy like Joseph Illage coming in, because he was an editor originally at the OG Milestone. Like, he came in as an intern, worked on in their background department and in their business department for a few years, and then became an editor, to where he was the one who edited the final issue of Milestone, which was Hardware number 50. So he's coming in here as the old guy in the room, educating everybody. That's why after the intro, the whole beginning is him cracking open the storybook, like, all right, we're gonna go over this, and you youngins are gonna listen.
Y'all better pay attention. It's story time, children. Let's get back to our histories, if you will. Let's see where let's start over at the beginning. And you know what? I say that Nicholas's pieces were my favorite, is not to take away from what the rest of them were doing at all. Stephanie. Stephanie. Girl.
I will say this. I said it last night on Threads and on Twitter, especially after last night, with the things that she said on Black Comic Lords. If anybody ever has smoke for this woman, you will have to go through me first.
I don't know.
She dropped the finest bars ever to be set upon this earth, where she called out the toxic comic book community for what they were and read them for filth. She took out the whole gun.
Great. I'm like, but in my head, I'm also like, but wait, who are you talking about?
It's all the comic skaters. It's all the weirdos who think that she don't know how to write a book. It's all these dudes who think they know about the industry when they don't. It's all these dudes, because if you have been privy to behind the scenes stuff, you know how this goes. But there's so many individuals who have a perception over how things work that it's just they act as if they know things. They're trying to they're on these giant platforms like YouTube and TikTok, and they're saying crazy things. But in reality, y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing. Because there was even somebody in my that I was talking to in my DMs that was like, is Scott Snyder racist? And I'm like, no, he's just busy. That is tired. That is a tired white man. He can only juggle so much. If you've met Scott Snyder in person, he's the sweetest, most awesome dude ever. But that man is tired. You can see the bags upon bags under his eyes. He is doing so much for the industry that y'all don't even understand. Bro. And people be coming for him sideways, and I'm like, he can only do so much. He's trying to elevate an amazing black woman like Shea Grayson with Absolute Catwoman right now. He created Duke Thomas. Do I think DC as an entity could be doing more? For sure. But to say that Scott Steiner is racist is false. At the end of the day, full stop.
It's your boss. It's your boss. Okay, your boss dictates what dictates exactly what it is that they think is going to sell buckets, and all they have to go on is the past. We do not have enough successful Black, Puerto Rican, Chinese, whatever, everybody underneath the sun. We do not have enough of those characters to tell them, we want to give you our money for these things. We would like to, but because you will not hire the people that can write these characters for us, we don't feel, we don't trust. Also, you won't hire Black people to write for Black characters sometimes. I can't trust you, so I'm gonna trust what you've been doing, which is writing Batman, which is writing Aquaman, which is maybe newest thing on the block, Nightwing, which is not. Wait, is that even written by a Black? Is that no? Is it
well, Dennis Cowan is doing art for it.
He's doing the art for him. Okay.
They just started that. Like the OG Milestone founder Dennis Cowan is like, I want to do some Nightwing. It's like, all right, sure.
Okay, sure. Just keep them cakes coming, baby. That's all I ask. But it's not the people that work for the company. It's the people that own the company. They want to make sure that you better hit these motherfucking numbers. That's all we care about. Just hit these numbers. Oh, you want to deviate from the plan? No. That's risky. That'll get you. That'll get me fucked up, son.
Right. There was somebody in my comments that phrased it perfectly, because I had a pitch that I straight up said, it's free. You can have it. I am legally saying on the record, you can have this idea in a video. I straight up said that. I was like, you can have this. I don't care. And I was like, look, Vixen has never had an ongoing title. You have never given an ongoing title to a Black woman, period.
Ever.
So I was like, here, have this idea. It's a genius idea. It will make buckets. And someone was in my comments like, that's too risky. How about more Batman? You want some more Batman? And I was like,
and that's it. That's the shit. That's the shit. There's 17 iterations, and I might be wrong, because it could be more of Batman out on them shelves right now. I could choke on how much Batman is on these shelves. It's annoying. There's not that many stories that you can tell about. There are that many stories that you could tell of Batman, but you could literally put any of the other characters that you have in your vault in a Batman store, or make it a Batman or whatever. Take a Batman story and put it in for those characters. Y'all know what I mean. I'm frustrated and flustered. But yeah, okay. So those are my initial reactions. I've sat with it a few days. I've read it a few more times. I watched. Thank you for letting me know about it, by the way. I watched the Black Lords interview with the cast and crew of the Dakota incident, and I'm not as angry, or at least I have. It's more, I want to say, targeted, and a little less, I just want to get them motherfuckers back type of energy. Okay. The fact that this, let me see if I can pull up this slide. Opening up out of the gate, Beacon did not. I was like, wait, who's this? Oh, wait a minute, that's the dude from Batman and Pretty Started. Yeah, that's young blood.
There was someone trying to start some critique on I think it was Instagram and TikTok, where they were like, is that Amistad? And I'm like, yeah. But then they were like, but he was special needs in Young Justice, and it's like, so who, like that was good representation in that universe. Who cares? Like, let it be a thing. It's fine.
It's not this. It's not this. Like, move on.
Yeah, no, it's because people have this weird like fascination with trying to act as if every universe is the same because you're a casual fan. Not to say being a casual fan is a bad thing, but like, don't just pop up and start saying stuff out the corner of your mouth if you're not going to actually know what the hell you're talking about. Like,
things have clearly changed for this young person. Perhaps maybe you might want to pick up a book that you haven't read in like 10, 15 years. I didn't know anything about him until I picked up Batman and Static, to be honest. So I was like, oh, okay, we get continuity. Oh, I like this.
Well, not only that, he's Rocket's son from the original 93 run. So like it's such a great carryover from that era. That's such a great acknowledgement of like, yeah, just because she was a teen mom doesn't mean she was a bad teen mom. That's a great way to go about that.
Oh yeah. Oh God, she was really good. I mean, also pick up Batman and Static. It's actually I like it. I do kind of like it.
It's really good. Like it got some flack at first because like the art like looked rushed, but that's because like Nick was rushed when he was trying to put it out. There was like a little bit of a time issue, but like it still was fire. It was still good, and like when you understand the allegories in the story, you're like, this is banging.
It is. It's a great fucking story. Whew. I was a little bit like seeing this and then watching. I don't know if I really hope I put it in here. I did not put it in here. God damn it. Seeing this happen and seeing the I guess the time collapse, if you will, time fire, I'll call it that, start to happen, completely thrown off. And I'm like, I know you. The fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't want to go back here. I don't want to go back here. He's a bad touch. Bad time. Bad touch. Having to go back all the way back to, God, basically the 80s.
It's more so like it's like 98-ish, I would say, like because this was an era of comic books where like Lex Luthor was president, and they're also going back to the, like they're trying to bridge the gap between the 93 run of books and like that era of DC Comics when Luthor was president. That way they can say, hey, some time has passed, if that makes sense.
So is it so my thought process was this particular instance here, that's the 80s, not going into when they not jump ahead, but when they get into the part where Lex is the president. I feel like there's this is the 80s section, and so then
from what I understand, it's pretty much trying to just be, because the Milestone books came out in 93, and like it takes place in that same year, to my knowledge, and it's trying to like combine the 93 canon with the DC universe at the time, and trying to like put those together. Because and then just try to push forward, because there was like, if you remember back from the 90s, there was like a bunch of marketing they did, like Lex Luthor's gonna be president, and like even had a Time magazine stunt and stuff like that. So like it's trying to like mix those two canons together essentially.
Okay. It felt, I don't know why it felt older. Whatever, irrelevant. 90s, but God, just, you know why I say the 80s? Because of the gang wars and the war on drugs and that type of shit. That's where I was going in my mind. It felt a lot older, and that there was a lot more time that passed between the Bang Babies coming into existence and to when Lex became president. But I can bring those two together. The 90s, it is fine for those storylines. But hated the fact that we had to go all the fucking way back here and start over, because I really enjoyed the protest version of the Bang Babies compared to this.
True, but like I like the way they try to mix the two canon, like the two versions, because they say, oh, there was protesting against the police brutality, but also there's the gang violence. They try to mix the two, because there's a lot of people, and like shout out to Fantastic Reggie, she got a lot of flack in her videos she did trying to promote the book, where she referenced the Milestone Returns canon, and I even warned her in her comments, like, you know, a lot of these diehard fans that have only seen the Static Shock TV show are going to eat you alive for this. And she was like, let them come. And they started to come in and mess with her. So she had to make a follow-up video to be like, shut up, there's two canons. And it was like, yeah, now we got to like mix the two together, because they want to like make everyone be happy, like have your cake and eat it too type stuff. So like I feel they reference both versions.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. All right, I'm trying to stop. Let me hate things. Let me hate it. Yeah, it's oh, God. But very happy to see everybody kind of getting to the point where everybody was banding together in order to combat everything. It didn't feel like everybody on the, I was going to say the Milestone side. I'm going to say the Milestone side of everything. They got out of each other's way. They were like, all right, we have to protect the city. We're not going to be villains. We're not going to do this. We figured out all of our shit. We're not hating on each other. Here comes these motherfuckers. Did I put them in? I didn't do it. So anyway, I completely missed that. I'm so mad at myself. Here comes Luther. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm having a stroke right now on live on camera.
Amanda Waller.
Thank you.
The wall.
God damn.
The wall.
I
That's
didn't.
a pounder right there. That's Viola Davis right there. Like
I was gonna call her everything except for Amanda fucking Waller right now. I promise you, in my head. Seeing them come in, and I'm like, wait, y'all all of a sudden out of nowhere, y'all just know about what is it? Was it Paris Island? Y'all,
because Dakota's kind of like has a whole little thing, and then Paris Island is a separate subsection of Dakota.
Of Dakota. Nothing has ever been mentioned about this. So now that Alva is R.I.P. magically,
yeah.
Now he was the guy. He's the guy that made all of this, start to happen. Yeah. It was crazy. Like, there's a lot. So forgive me that I do not know about the lore. I know that Alva doesn't die.
So yeah, like in the original canon, Edwin Alva originally was like the definition of like white man capitalism, thinks he knows everything. He's a genius. He like has the best business in the world. He even plucked Curtis Metcalf out of poverty and made him into what he like was as a genius and having all the tech that he had. Yeah. So like and funnily enough, Edwin Alva is actually in the Static Shock TV show as like a younger, more like business savvy Elon Musk version of himself, and so no one really ever like knew he was just a crazy old man in the comic books, but like genuinely he had his hand in like every little like devious thing back in the 90s. So like he had like criminal enterprises as well as legit enterprises. So this like redo of the origin makes perfect sense. The idea that he probably had something to do with some like backwater government conspiracy type shit. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That makes that yes. I think there's. I'm trying to bring what I read about the first book of the new history of the DC universe into this, and I do remember them. Say it again.
Shout out to Mark Waid. Wrote some great stuff with that.
Complicated. Very complicated. Trying to bring all of that together. I do remember seeing his name in like that McCarthy-esque type of thing, and that's what the whole Superman thing was. So
because that originally started as an idea they introduced from the Doomsday Clock when they kind of like did a funny and mixed Watchmen into the DC canon. So they kind of like retcon because the Superman project was like all kinds of things and conspiracy theories and stuff. So they kind of just interwove that into the DC mythos now, like it was always here, and it's like, oh, okay.
If you say so, I'll take it. But having him be the catalyst for these people to come in here, it still felt weird. It still felt like a leap for them to go from that point to the other. Which is point one for me being like, how much did y'all have to edit out of this book in order to get to where you are? That was my first clue. I was like, nah, son, nah, something missing here. I can't figure it out. But when I catch you, Ricky, I know you want some fun shit. This is a hard book for me to review because I know there's so much missing from this. Hearing Mr. Illich, I'm going to call him Mr. Illich. I will not call him Joseph because I'm not equipped to do that. Hearing Mr. Illich talk about them having to fight for these 40 pages is. Ooh.
I mean, it reminds me of when I talked to Nicholas Sherber-Ivy about Static, like his Static run. Like him and Vida Ayala, they had to fight to get even 7 issues for Shadows of Dakota. They wanted it to be 6 and done, but Vida and Nick wanted it to be 12 issues because they had more story to tell with the idea of finally introducing Ebon into the Static canon, because Ebon had always been just an animated series character. But they had a whole idea to introduce him, and they were like, you get 7. And it's like, all right.
Batman! It's just God, I really wish there was a world where we got an extended universe for this book, because I think I would not be quite so stank faced about it, if you know what I mean. There's a few steps that are missing to get to the end of this book for me. Let me go into what I mean. Let me see. Slide number 5. Is that slide number 7 or 6?
You're better than me, because I totally just pulled up the DC Infinite website and just freaking flipping through it.
I mean, I could do that, but I figure, I won't be also pop-ups, and it gets funky. Wait, is this the right one? Is this the right one with Rocket? Okay, no, it's the next one. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Alva's dead. I skipped over all of that. We talked about it. You were here. If you weren't, whatever. This, I think, yeah, I did miss it. Okay, I messed up, y'all. Yeah, seeing all of these people in a room is never a good idea. So this, it feels like this escalated wildly. Going from a ground fight with the police of Dakota all the way to the president's office just seems just a little bit much. Oh, and then we die, and then we didn't do that. Okay, then we're going on to the next screen. All right, bet. Yeah, having it go on to become this whole thing with the Suicide Squad, which was a great way to bring in that entire storyline.
Yeah.
What it was? Tiger.
They cut out, like someone said in chat, they cut out Icon and Harriet Tubman tag team, and I'm dead.
Hi, Chaos Demon. How are you, honey? I hope you're having a great Saturday. Oh my God, I just realized you two actually look alike, but that's another story. You two actually low key do kind of look alike.
All right.
Yeah, no. Say what's up. I got a hair tag team. I would have loved to have seen that a little bit, bro. I'm getting sidetracked. I apologize. Seeing the Suicide Squad team up, seeing oh my gosh, I was gonna call him Brown Tiger.
Bronze Tiger.
Thank you.
You're almost there. You're like 2 letters off. It's okay.
There's a lot of stories going on in my head. Forgive me. Having the Bronze Tiger show up with them, and I don't know shit about Bronze Tiger, but I know he's a bad motherfucker. Nobody to be messed with. Also, does not.
Michael Jai White played him in the Arrowverse. If that helps.
All right. All right. I'm not. Oh Lord, your memory is impeccable. But seeing him on that helicopter, being the one black person on that helicopter that has to go in and clean up the hood as Captain Boomerang tried to sleepily slide in there.
It's giving black. It's giving Black Ice to officer vibes. Like you have to contend with your own like morality in that way.
Yeah. But,
and like Laura even said it in chat, token tiger. Yeah, like the idea that he's only there because of his skills, not because he's like actually there for being black. And it's like, yeah,
it's kind of gross. Homie. But still slightly more moral than the people of color within ICE. He at least woke the fuck up and said, I don't think this is for me. I think that maybe you guys y'all are way the fuck out of pocket. I'm gonna go over there. But it's also a little bit of there are a couple of instances of too little too late. Kind of wish he pushed Captain Boomerang out of the helicopter when he said that shit instead of just saying you got one more time, maybe no more times next time. It's I think that was the thing that really was itchy throughout this whole series was there's one more time, you got one more time to do it, it kept going and going and going, and nobody on the let me
throw it like this though. It's a perfect parallel to our society.
It is.
Where we are constantly having to hold back to allow white idiocy, to allow white oppression to take hold of us, and we have no choice but to deal with it. It's a perfect allegory in the best way possible. Shout out to Stephanie Williams who wrote this section, because she expresses what we've been dealing with like for so long when it comes to, oh, well, we gave you a mini series, y'all just didn't buy it, even though they didn't really promote it, didn't tell anybody it existed or anything like that. Like, it's one of those things where it's just it's the same thing we've always dealt with in society, and it's just like, well,
what do you, this is you, and you've taught them to be this way. You've taught them to be like, oh, okay, y'all don't really mean what you say, because every time we do something, y'all don't ever do nothing back about it, or you never push back on whatever it is that we're doing. So guess what? And that's how you end up with this beautiful splash page. It's gorgeous. I do love it. Good God, this is yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, do I miss the Milestone Returns costumes? Yes. Do I still think this is gas? Yes.
This shit is fucking fire. Nobody got paid enough. I don't care. Nobody got paid enough. I don't know what you got paid. You did not get paid enough for this fucking book in any capacity. Everybody, from the letterers, the inkers, everybody deserves more.
Most definitely.
Oh God. So where was I? What was my whole point? Yeah, Bronze Tiger. It's like, oh, okay, y'all going too far. Oh, y'all killing the kids? Well, they were killing the kids before you got here, but okay.
Exactly.
Now it's your problem. Now you see it. Now you're on the ground watching it happen, and it's a problem. Bet. Cool. KK bye. Then we have the white saviors.
I'm gonna make a video about this later today, because somebody had the gall to say it in my comment section yesterday. But somebody tried to tell me that this was out of character for the Trinity to act like this and to do these things. And then
for them to show up
for them to act the way they do over the course of this book. And I kind of just sat there and went, is it though? Like because it's very obvious that, like, Superman could wreck everything if he wanted to, but like his moral code will always hold him back. Will always, like, where he won't step in to save certain people. And like, history has kind of even shown us at certain points that Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman will only stand up for injustice when it is convenient for them.
Yeah.
So while I understand the casual perception of these characters is very specific, now I will say, I will give a little bit of credence to Wonder Woman. If Diana is being written from a true perspective where Diana has her moral stuff in check, then yes, she most definitely would be fighting alongside these folks and laying it down. Yeah. But the point of the story is to show people that the Trinity is locked in a corporate structure the same way Bronze Tiger is. But the problem is theirs is internal, where they are genuinely bound by what the capitalistic structure is appeasing them to do. It goes back to the joke we made of, like, y'all want more Batman, right? You want some more Batman? It's like that's the parallel being shown here, is that they're not allowed to help the Milestone characters in the way they want to.
Parallels to today's world. Yuck.
It's almost like politicians right now is a great way to put it. Is like, oh, would AOC love to just fix everything in 1 5-minute splash page? Sure, she can.
I'm gonna go a little further. Well, maybe more local. I would say it's the. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to offend you because this is what you are. The poor whites that weigh us as the majority in this country, because we're the minorities. Don't forget. Oh, you never let us. Y'all could actually help us to help you, Kobe. Okay, y'all could actually you actually could, but because you're not truly.
You ain't truly down to clown. Like it's almost as if, like, oh, you finally saw one of your own get shot, so now you give a shit.
But do you? It's still a but do you? Because I could tell you absolutely. If Batman went down in this, they kind of might be like, we care.
Yeah.
But he's also, he had his problems.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have jumped up to get down. They would 100% cook. Yeah. And then the cool down, I'm going to call it, from them being there, because they were only in it for like 3 panels, I feel like. Yeah, this is it. This is the final panel. It's like, okay, everybody stop fucking around. Y'all fucking up the property value. We got to go home and take care of our own perspective universes and worlds. So y'all niggas stop being niggas.
That's pretty much what they say without saying it. If you really want to keep it a buck, that's pretty much what they say. Where it's like, all right, we quelled the tides, and it's like, did you? Did you really?
Did you? All you did was just we're still fucked. Hi. We're still fucked here. Could you tell Lex? You don't but that's literally your mortal enemy.
Right. There's that line in the book that Clark says where it's like, I don't know what I would do in this situation, but like, what are you gonna do, black man? It's like, well,
chaps my ass. Chaps my ass, fucking for real. Show's final panel. Oh, well, wait. I'm reading the comments. Yeah, no, comics aren't political. Remember, it's not a thing. Yay! We just read it for fun. It's colors.
It's. I always try to tell people, if comics aren't political, then why was Bucky Barnes trying to convince the kids of that era to sell war bonds? Like, why wasn't
Superman?
Superman was doing it? Why is it that the only people who could get work in comic books back during those days were poor Jewish guys? Because back then Jewish people were never given the best jobs. Like there's so many there's so many relevant things about comic books that are politically driven, and even when you try to say that, like, oh, my comic book isn't political, that's still a political statement, you dumbass. Yeah, it's like you're genuinely trying, like, and even then, like, you still probably have a political allegory in there. You're just trying not to like say it out loud because subtext exists.
Yeah, because God forbid you offend anybody with your political views on what is fucking morally goddamn right in this on the planet. Forget what country you're coming from. Stop it. Stop it. I already did a whole thing on this 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that pissed me off.
God forbid we be a mouthpiece for black politics.
What are you talking about? I don't understand. I don't see color.
I mean, somebody became a mouthpiece for black politics today and just trying to act like he didn't, but it's fine. It's fine.
That is fucking. Okay, hold on. Hold on? Can we be messy for 2 seconds?
Of course, we can always be messy.
Baby, but what do you mean? You picked up this book and read it, and now you gotta explain this comic. What do you mean?
I love how, like, he starts the video with, I know nothing about Milestone. Then why the fuck are you talking about it, Rob?
Why don't you get somebody to explain it to you, boo boo? If you can't explain it to you, I can't get past this. I can't get past it.
And it's so funny too, because, like, when you actually sit there and think about it for 2 seconds, the reason why he likes it so much is because this entire allegory is a modern version of Blue Marvel. Let's talk about that for 2 seconds.
Oh, ew.
Let's talk about it.
No, it is, because that's the first thing I thought of.
It's literally modern Blue Marvel, like, just encapsulated in 2026 versus 2008.
No.
It's literally just the same thing again. That's why he likes it, is because now it's Blue Marvel redo.
But worse. Because at least he... Jesus Christ. I don't understand how he doesn't like Icon. I don't understand how he doesn't like...
He isn't ready. That's why he doesn't get it. Even though, like Adam Brashear is just Icon, but he hasn't read it. That's why he doesn't get it.
Make it make sense. it does. If you could have just shut the fuck up. If you had just shut the fuck up. If you had just shut the fuck up and read a book, you would have been fine. You would have made it. You might have opened up another channel to some more viewers.
No, because then his white fans won't be enjoying it anymore, so he won't get as many views.
Bruh. Okay, wait. Okay, calm down. It doesn't make sense to me, but okay, we're gonna add two and two together. Speaking of Blue Marvel, here comes Jefferson Pierce.
Hey, no, hold on, damn it! Don't I'm gonna say it tomorrow on my show. I'm gonna say it again here. The amount of smoke that Jeff Pierce has been catching the past week and a half has been getting on my goddamn nerves.
Sir.
Because he is trying his best. Because,
Sir.
No, because listen, Linda. He's trying his best because he genuinely, like, especially when you read the original like Outsiders run by Judd Winick, and when you read those comics of that era, he had like especially if you see the Black Lightning TV show. Jefferson Pierce has always been somebody who believes in the system, in that he is always someone who ends up fighting the corruption in the system and fights back against the corruption when he can. And when you actually sit there and look at what Morgan Hampton writes in this section, he's telling you that much like the Trinity, Jeff is bound by the rules of the system, where even despite next year being his 50th anniversary, he's been getting the shaft for decades now, and he can't help you. And it's a perfect allegory because Jeff isn't like Uncle Tom, he ain't a coon and nothing like that. He genuinely is somebody who believed in the system and believed that he could help his people. And he have found the corruption in the system. That's why, like, even in this book he sees it, he's like, damn, I really want to help y'all, but I'm not there yet to where I can. And it's just like,
hey, let me get the right chord. Wait, let me play that violin for you. Wait, what kind of bullshit is this?
There were so many people that had smoke for Jeff this week. I'm like, leave my man alone.
No, I'm not leaving my man alone. I can't, because you know why? Because there's too many black police officers that think they can work the system from the inside. Now what? And now what? Now, don't make that face, because that's exactly what he's doing. I'm going to work the system from the inside. I'm going to be one of the good ones. All right, Mr. Adams. I don't think you understand how the system gonna fuck you before you fuck the system from the inside. That's not how that works. And the fact that you didn't tell that's the other shit. Why you didn't tell these people that these motherfuckers was coming? You knew somebody. You know Static. You couldn't call him and tell him them niggas was on.
We don't know if he knows him in this version of the canon. That's the thing. We don't know if he knows him like that in this canon.
I want to.
That's the thing, is that all the rules are off the table in this canon.
Wait, I'm gonna get my shit out. Hold the fuck on. I need to read this shit. Hold on. No. Been nice times watching over you while me and Cooler Heads. I looked up to you. See, no, he knows him. I looked up to you, man. How could you be part of something like this?
Yes, Virgil knows the Black Lightning, but he doesn't. But Jeff don't know Virgil.
All right, we gonna agree to disagree on this shit, because ain't no way. He knew Static. He could have called. You mean to tell me him and the government, he couldn't figure out a way to call Static? He couldn't figure out a way to call Icon? None of them, nobody. He could have called him. He could have sent out a fucking bat signal or some shit. Well, not a bat signal, whatever the fuck. In order to give them
and that's the thing. Like Stephanie even talked about this last night, where it's like she wanted to use characters like Vixen, but she couldn't get the approval. She wanted to talk about how Vixen would feel, or Jeff would feel, or Mr. Terrific would feel, as this was going on. She wanted to talk about this, but again, the whole allegory of the story is DC shut doors. Like, that's the thing.
I know what the undertone is. I know what the subtext is, motherfucker. It's just the story. I'm saying, if we're hearing the story, I make it make sense. I need you to make it make sense. God damn. It's the over and over and over again of nobody giving these people any kind of warning, and then this top one right that shit. That motherfucker.
You know, it's so funny because, like, there's so many people in the comic book community that like to think of the JLU version of Lex Luthor as a black man just because they colored him a little darker. Here's the thing.
I beg your finest pardon. Who said that?
There's a lot of people that think Clancy Brown's Lex Luthor is black. There's a lot of people that co-opt him as black. There's a lot of people that do that. It's weird.
I hate that for them.
Right, but like when I read Lex Luthor in this book, I even said it on my stream last night. I hear Young Justice Mark Rolston Lex Luthor, where you can hear the snide evil white man in his voice.
Yes!
When you hear like the way he talks, you're just like, this is Young Justice Lex Luthor. He knows he's the shit, and he's got you by the balls, and he's gonna treat you like he's got you by the balls. Especially the next the next page after that you're about to show, where he looks when he looks Virgil in the eye and goes,
"Oh, I didn't do it. God damn it!
Damn it!" Where he's like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, Virgil. Yeah, we got a close eye on you over on Cowan Avenue," and I was like, "Woo, that's uncomfortable."
I'm gonna set y'all up right here. Here, this one right here. Oh, hi on the stream. That look right there.
Yeah, man.
Ass shit to Static right fucking there, and he's like, "Oh shit." Now, okay. Here's how I feel about that whole situation. I love my family, ride or die. Y'all got to take one for the cause. It's only two people. Y'all got to take this. Y'all got to take this hit. I'm gonna shock the shit out this. His butthole gonna pucker up and sizzle up, fry until the end of time. Ain't no way. I can't. I love my people to death, and I mean specifically genetic. You gonna? I'm pussy. Like, is that what you could call me? I gotta take him out. I have to take him out. It's the one chance that everybody in this room has. This is
the best way I can phrase this is imagine if like Lex was shaking Peter Parker's hand and was like, "Hey, Peter. We're gonna be keeping an eye on you over hanging out with Aunt May in Midtown," and it's like, ooh.
I mean, I hear you and I get the sentiment, but she old. But she old, I mean, she had a lovely, marriage.
Not she old.
She old. Yeah, right. She'll be paying the rent. I gotta pay rent in that bitch too. So it's one less mouth to feed. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm down for the cause. Is all I'm saying. It is what it is. God damn, he should have shot the shit out of that motherfucker right there. I was waiting. I'm like, I know. Is this because everybody kept telling me, oh, there's a scene in this book where Static isn't really Static, and I'm like, oh, if this is it,
your chat's like, damn, Kira, I like Aunt May. I'm like, damn.
Aunt May, I like Aunt May too, but
She might have to get ice for once.
You're gonna have to take one for the team. We watched her die a couple of years ago. Y'all were all right. It'll be fine. But she shuts shit. Anyway, moving on. I would have shocked the fuck out this nigga. I don't care. I would have murked him. Hard body. So all of this happens. They sign off on the deal. Oh God, that part broke my heart. That broke my heart. I was in that store and I'm like, I know. I look back and forth. I'm like, there's no. They had to have been able to do something. You have a man that is almost as strong, if not stronger than Superman, in this room that could take all of these motherfuckers out in a blink of an eye.
He can. The moment that Icon looks at Luthor and is like I'm about to raise hell up in this bitch. It's a beautiful scene because straight up. He's I even said it during the live stream last night with the Comic Lords where I was like, Icon's finally got some bass in his voice. And I was like, yeah, man. Because for so long, people have seen Augustus Freeman as just this like staunch Republican who was based off of Clarence Thomas because he was. But like genuinely, this is him saying, I'm about to raise the whole roof if you don't quit playing around. And it's like,
But then he went to the testicles. Oh, brother. And it was, but and that felt weird too. It felt weird to me because I haven't read the comics. I will fully admit that, because I know that his story is there was a point where he did not give a fuck about anybody across humanities. Like, fuck y'all some weirdos. You know, if you die, you die. You know what I mean? But for him to come back to this, God damn, it felt bad. It felt bad. Because I'm like, I think you could fix everything if you didn't give a fuck, which is terrible. That is terrible. If you did not give a shit, this would get settled right here and now. But then
for sure,
more books, which is what we want.
And they even said it last night too, where it's like, if Curtis and Augustus wanted to wreck hell, they could.
Yeah.
But they care about Raquel and Virgil. And it's like, it's one of those things where they genuinely have to like think about other people, not just themselves.
Yeah. I'm not selfish, but Aunt May.
She said, Aunt May about to hit the brakes today.
She good, bro. I'm serious. Of all the people in all the MCU that could get it and like world peace, Aunt May. Aunt May.
That's fair.
This part of the book kind of it still hurts. This part of the book really fucking hurt because it's a loss without a single bullet, well, technically speaking, in this particular instance, being fired. It's like y'all you just kind of laid down and took it. And I wish you could have done something, like at least, you know, kill somebody's dog or something, like go fly across the board and get your lick back somehow. And it's just, how do you took all the power away from these heroes with nothing, not a stick of kryptonite, not a bucket of water, nothing.
Something, anything.
Oh God. Which, did I go past this? I did go past this, my bad. Yeah, just seeing them just get up off the fucking plane, the Justice League fucking being tits on a frog. Like, there's no fucking way, bro. There's no way that this whole book is about a bunch of heroes that ultimately could not or would not fight.
That line from Clark where he's like, "We're sorry it had to be this way." Why is it that way though, Clark?
You ain't do shit.
Why is it like that?
You could just go over there, just real quick with your eye, just one eye. Everybody on the ship dead. Shout out to JJ40. I couldn't read your stuff.
Hardware ready for Justice League protecting the black community. Guys, reach out to Tariq Nasheed or Cool Colas. They can.
Talk to me. Talk. I'm gonna talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you later. Who that? Cool. Tariq Nasheed. I think I know.
Wait, why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know. Like that. Cool Colas.
Isn't Tariq Nasheed like a really like polarizing figure?
I don't know. I'm looking at it because I'm nosy. American film producer and internet personality. Oh,
interesting.
Hidden Colors. Okay, wait. I don't know. Let me see. I'm not saying no, but I'm just, let me look more. But that would be, look, if we can beat that 100K challenge and get another book, as long as he doesn't go the way of old boy with oh God, yeah, let me not do that. Anyway, seeing them all fly. I'm changing the subject. Seeing them all fly off, and then Raquel being pregnant. Is there a time jump here too?
Yeah. So like, because Raquel was pregnant during that whole event, is what they're trying to like insinuate here. Okay. And then like, because what happens during the original Icon run is she gets pregnant like midway through it. She leaves for a little bit. Her friend takes over as Rocket for a little bit, and then she comes back after she has her kid and tries to balance being a hero and being a mom.
no, who's her daddy?
I forget. It's been a minute.
Nobody. No, I hear everybody talking about it, but I'm like, well, but can I get the Y chromosome side of the story? What's going on? Tell me who the daddy is. Did he die?
It's been a minute.
I don't know either. And yes, Lore the Culture. That is who I was alluding to. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was just a high school kid, I believe. Yeah, he was just a high school kid.
Oh, okay. Despite all the fuck shit that's going on up here, this image of her and the baby it taps into that. There's hope. There's a future here. There's some semblance of peace that's going on, especially with I don't think it's a dove, but I'm gonna call it a dove. I think it's a pigeon. I just think it's a white pigeon, which honestly is also, you know, a little bit of a metaphor too. Because we don't get doves in the city, baby. Not in the hood. We just get white pigeons. As close to hope as we gonna get. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Dead.
I've seen white pigeons. That's the new rose out of concrete. Okay, that's what it is for me. But yeah,
that's funny.
Raquel being pregnant, it feels like there is that. It gives you the transition into. All right, well, I guess that happened. I guess we'll be all right. Yuck. I skipped over all of the panels, I think. Yeah, no, I skipped over all the panels.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that. We get a little, I guess it's a short leap into the future. It feels like it might be about 4 or 5 years.
Something like it's supposed to be like he's in college now instead of high school.
Yeah, for sure. Like, talking about Carl Jung. Yeah, no, for sure. In college, ain't nobody doing that in high school. Mm-hmm. He is. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, that's my friend. Girl, lady, what it is? How it do? How you feel? I miss you. We're supposed to hang out this weekend, but it didn't happen. I'm really sorry. I know we didn't make a date or anything, but I love you. Them going from that scene with Raquel, showing Amistad there, basically going into the future, and then him literally jumping out of the portal into the present time or semi-future with brand new Static. It says, oh god, this felt like it deserved about 5 or 6 more pages. I wanted. Yeah, it felt too rushed. It felt like he's here, he's got a message, yes, but why does Static believe this person he's never fucking seen before off rip? Like, he kind of gets it at the end. You get the little gimme of him saying Amistad at the end, just to have that kind of connection, but it felt like there should have been a little bit more. I really wish that there was a way for them to finish.
I like this because, like, dude even said it perfectly on Black Comic Blerds last night, where he was like, this feels like we got to do something about your kids, Marty. Like, it feels like that kind of moment, or like, is your name Marty McFly and I hand you a letter type thing, where like this is supposed to be like, but the time stream is melting.
Yes.
I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out real quick and kick you in the ass. That way you get your shit together, and then I'm gonna be like wiped from time real quick. And like, when I say, I even told this to him, Nicholas Draper Ivy has such a perfect way to like yell at a page or like make a speech at a page, because he did a similar speech in the Milestone 30th anniversary comic a few years ago, where he was writing Virgil giving a speech to young Terry McGinnis. And he has this way about doing speeches where he's gonna get his point across and you gonna motherfucking listen. And even here, he's essentially telling Virgil through Beacon, but like as himself, don't let them like punk you. Don't let them ruin you, because Dwayne wouldn't want that for you. And it's such a beautiful moment because he doesn't want to see Virgil get dirty. And it's like, yeah, we don't want to see Virgil get dirty.
It's like, wait a minute, I am who the fuck I am. What the fuck is going on? What am I doing? It is a little bit of wake up call. I'm not saying that I didn't want this panel to happen. I wanted more of a build up. I wanted more of a, no, no, seriously, I'm him, and I need you to understand that look at all of this good shit that you did. Let me tell you how it affected XYZ.
Well, no, like, because you know, you know what it reminds me of. I don't know if you remember this, or like the DC Rebirth special from 2016, which was supposed to be like the ending of the whatchamacallit, the ending of that, like the New 52, and them slowly trying to reintegrate the pre-New 52 canon. And there's that moment where White Wally West is like outside of time, and he's like, Barry, you don't know me, but like, I want you to still be happy and know that I tried to help you. And then he, like, that last second goes, Wally, and reaches for him. This is like in the worst way possible. This is the Black version of that, where they genuinely can't help him, and he is going to be erased from time. He doesn't get the Wally one last second grab. He is going to be erased because genuinely these writers can't help him, because just like all the Milestone writers before them, DC won't let them. And that's why it's perfectly poetic, and where you can see that Nick, like Joe, Stephanie, and Morgan, they were in their bag here, where they're like, we gonna write this subtext, and y'all are gonna like hit this, and some of y'all ain't gonna get it. Some of y'all just gonna be happy that Static's back. Some of y'all gonna be like, cool, y'all saw some like great pictures, and that's it. But like, some of y'all gonna sit here and be like, damn it,
God, just tell us where the locks are. Just tell us where to shoot the lock. We want to let you free, but just tell us where you're at so we can set you free, please. Give us a hint. Put up a smoke signal. Set up a flare. It'd
be like that.
It'd be like that, bro.
See, now that I just like, now that that parallel just hit me, I'm about to have to make a meme out of that.
Oh,
because I didn't think about that parallel until we just started talking about it. Because you're like, man, that really don't feel good. And I'm like, no, you know what it reminds me of? And now it just hit me, and I'm like, God damn it. Like it's perfectly personified of Black oppression, where Wally did get the grab, Amistad didn't get the grab.
Oh, I don't like it here.
Like that parallel just rocked my shit in the worst way possible. No, because now I can make content out of it and use it to call out DC's bullshit. I'm excited.
I support it 100%. I promise. Okay. The whole. All right. There's another level of this for me.
Oh, there's definitely more.
There's dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon dozens of levels that I will probably go into more tomorrow. This to me was also a plea from Milestone to the fans, to the Black community as a goddamn whole within the comic book community. Help. Y'all are supposed. This is not who we are. We are not supposed to sit back on our laurels. We are not supposed to be taking, whatever is given to us, and giving up without a fight. But this is a plea to get the fuck up. I know that we are very much on a stand down and let them white people deal with this shit type of thing. But in this particular area, this is a safe thing to demand change for right now. It could, and I hope and pray, could be the start of something else. So I hope people listen. Like, I didn't know what the risk could be for the artists, writers, everybody that want to do, I want to say, better with these books, or have more freedom with the writing for this book. But something has to happen. Something has to be demanded of, something has to be asked for in order to get these books to the
Here's what I'll say, because I know what track of mind you're on.